Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Spencer Smith, and this is my ongoing side project. My main goal with this side project was to get more practice using new technologies that I taught myself after graduating from Flatiron, and those include Express for route handling and API development on the back end. I used the Sequelize ORM to query data from a Postgres database and define relationships between models. And on the front end, I used Redux for state management. And I've got the code editor open over here on the left because I really tried to keep dry and separation of concern principles in mind as I was developing, and so I just wanted to showcase that I had done that. So it does come fully authenticated, so if you try and sign in but make a mistake, it will let you know, but fortunately I've already got an account. So when you sign in, it'll show you all the lists that you've already created. Creating a new list is super easy, and editing a list is super easy. You can also delete a list. If you click on a list, it'll show you all the list items that belong to that list, and you can perform the same edit or delete functionality as you would with a list. And you can also toggle a list item as being complete or incomplete. And so if you go back to the home page and then return, you'll see that it does persist as both the list items and the lists themselves. That's all it can do right now. But one of the challenges that I encountered when developing the app was whenever a user clicked on a list item, the way that I had it working is clicking on a list item would send a GET request to the backend, and the backend would send all of the lists that were associated with that list. And the issue was, I thought, as you know, if more users were using the app at one time, that could be a lot of stress on the server. So what I opted to do was, whenever a user signs in, they wind up hitting, after authentication, this get list for a specific user route. And basically what this does is it finds all of the lists associated with that user, but it also returns all of the list items as properties inside of the list objects whenever they sign in. And the benefit of that is that you're not doing as much fetching on the back end between the front end and the back end, but the con is that whenever you're using Redux, updating a list is super easy because I only have to go one layer into the state. But it does get more complicated as you try and update list items. So since state is immutable in Redux, you'll see that I have to go inside every list and then find the list item and then update the list item and then send it back. So the code is a little bit more complicated, but the server as a result has to do a little bit of less work. And so that was the trade-off that I was considering. But anyway, you can log out, and that's pretty much it for right now. Thanks for watching.